Welcome back. We're now joined by Sports Information Director Clark Teuscher. Clark, thanks for checking in.
Thanks for having me.
Well, the week is here. The men's cross-country team is heading up to Wisconsin to take on the best teams in the nation at the national race.
Yeah, this is what they've been building up for all season long. The regional and conference meets went very well for the men. They're still sitting first in the country in the national rankings heading in. It looks like it's probably going to be a dual meet between them and Haverford College, which won the championship last year. So this is what the whole season has been pointing to, and we'll see if they're ready to go.
You talked to the team. They really want to bring home that team trophy, but individually, Matt Perez wins the individual title at regionals. He could have a really nice showing at nationals as well. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, that puts him certainly in that top group of guys. The Midwest region is a pretty tough region. Several ranked teams were in it. So certainly he's a contender. Obviously, there's a lot of variables that go into a race like that. The condition of the course and the weather and tactics of some of the other teams and individuals. But certainly he's expected to be in that top group.
And after finishing fourth, the women get an at-large bid, and they're heading to the big race.
Yeah, that wasn't a complete surprise. Typically, there are 4 or 5 teams that get out of the region on the women's side. Again, it's a pretty deep region, just like the men's is. This is the first time in about 5 years that North Central's qualified, and the last time they went, the team finished 13th, so I'm sure that one of their goals heading into this weekend is to try and finish 12th or better to become the best team that's ever been at the Nationals for North Central.
And 2 of the individuals trying to lead the team, Chris Dakota and Alicia Zimmerman, coming through with top 10 finishes at regionals.
Yeah, they've done really well working together, running pretty closely in different races. Krista was the first place finisher at the conference championships, then turned around at the regionals where Krista was 5th and Alicia was 7th. So certainly a good pairing that's worked together for them. I think the 4th and 5th runners are going to need to be a little closer to the rest of the teammates to be able to get them into that top half of the team bracket.
Moving on to winter sports, the men's wrestling team won their first dual meet of the season this week at Wheaton.
Yeah, they won 35-15. That's a meet that hasn't been very competitive in recent years. Wheaton's made some steps to kind of improve their program a little bit in terms of numbers and quality across the different weight classes. And North Central won the first 7 matches of the night to kind of put the thing away. Struggled a little bit in the upper weights, but the lower and middle classes have been kind of the strength of the team. Nathan Fitzenreiter with his 5th pin of the season in 6 matches, so certainly he's ready to roll. He's ranked 1st in his weight class right now nationally, so he's kind of the cornerstone and sets the team tempo for the rest of the team.
Not a bad pin percentage.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 100% of your victories. That doesn't get much better than that. So it's going to help him quite a bit once you get into some of the larger tournaments where you're wrestling several times in a day to get off the mat early.
Well, the Red Zone headed to King Arena at Wheaton to see the Cardinals take down the Thunder. Let's go to the highlight. All-American wrestler Nate Fitzenreiter leads the Cardinals against the Wheaton Thunder. At 133 pounds, Fitzenreiter and Caleb Cardenas go to work in the first period. Fitzenreiter goes inside for the single-leg takedown to take a 2-0 lead. Later in the first, it's back to basics for Fitzenreiter, who throws a half Nelson to put Cardenas on his back, leading to the pin. Fitzenreiter wins by fall at 2:43. Returning national qualifier Andrew Zobak wrestling up a weight class at 149, taking on last year's IHSA state runner-up Mark Savinock. Second period score now 2-2. Zobak drives the leg and elevates for the 2 and stays in bounds for the 4-2 lead. Third period, 5-3 Zobak at this point. Zobak may be in a different area of the mat, but he uses the same move to take a 7-3 lead in the match, and he would go on to win 8-3. 174 faces Jason Bonham against Matt McCrary. In the first, Bonham goes for the single, drives under, and eventually clears his legs for 2 to take an early lead. Later in the first, Bonham throws the headlock to put McCrary on his back. About 30 seconds later, he finishes with a pin at 114. Bonham puts North Central College up 35-0, and they'd go on to win the dual meet against the Thunder 35-15. Well, the wrestling team right now is the highest ranked team in the CCIW nationally, but if history's told us anything, this is a competitive conference that you really can't take anything for granted in any sport, am I right?
Yeah, and with only 4 teams in the conference that have wrestling, that meet always becomes a very close one every year. The last couple of years, it's been a battle between North Central and Elmhurst. Augustana has taken some strides. They're nationally ranked now, so they're going to be something that's going to have to be dealt with. Wheaton's improvement in their program is going to make for a very exciting meet in February.
Another winter sport getting underway, the women's basketball team, but didn't have as good a results as they dropped their season opener this week.
Yeah, they lost by 7 up at Dominican on Tuesday night. Working a lot of new players in the lineup. It's kind of similar to what the men's program went through last year. They've got several new players that are going to be playing large roles on this team and just trying to figure out where everybody is best suited to play. The leading scorer came off the bench. Don't know if that's going to happen, later on in the season. They're going to have to shuffle some things around and kind of figure out what their identity is as a team.
But we look forward to seeing the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for this week's Red Zone. The Cardinals open the playoffs at Benedetti Worley Stadium against the University of Dubuque. You can watch all the game right here on Channel 17 or streaming live on our website at nctv17.com. I'm Marc Dahlquist. See you right back here next week on the Red Zone.